There's been a surge in U.S. and Chinese military activity near Taiwan. Rick Glauert is tracking developments for us. Rick, dozens of incursions are being reported. What do we know?
So, as you said, an unusually large amount of military activity around the country. Here's what we know so far. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense reported that 36 Chinese military planes and 7 Chinese Navy vessels were operating around Taiwan in the 24 hours before 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Out of this, 13 Chinese planes were operating in an area southwest of Taiwan. This is the same location that a number of US military planes were flying at around the same time. But what's interesting, in an unusual move, the Ministry of National Defense released a second statement just over an hour ago to say that between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Wednesday, another 20 Chinese military planes were operating around Taiwan. The Ministry of National Defense calling this a joint combat readiness patrol by China and saying that Taiwan launched its own boats and planes in response. Now, Beijing doesn't tell us why it's doing certain drills when. We're left to infer what China means by its military maneuvers like this. It could be that China saw that there were US planes operating in an area that it says is part of its sovereign territory and therefore launched its own sorties in response. And China has also been known to do what are called so-called punishment drills, that is, showing its distaste for Taiwan and its allies' actions done by them. And we do know that this week there has been some more details emerged of a big US weapons purchase by Taiwan, weapons, of course, that Taiwan uses to counter those territorial claims by China.